Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today, a little bit of entertainment news, but also a little bit of weight loss type news that I also want to discuss as well. So here from ABC News, Kelly Clarkson opens up about whether or not she is taking Ozempic. The singer and talk show host shared more about her weight loss journey. See here, Kelly Clarkson is opening up about her recent weight loss, sharing that a moment where she did not recognize herself on screen prompted her to make changes. During an interview with Whoopi Goldberg on a recent episode of her talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, the singer said she was watching a tape performance of herself singing and didn't recognize herself on the TV screen. Now, have you guys ever had that experience where you see yourself in a photograph or you see yourself in a video and you're like, is that really me? And just like sound too, like we never hear our voices either. So for example, when I do these recordings, I'm always trying to tweak the sound, as you may hear or notice now. I really have needed to tweak the sound here. I did get a new pair of headsets, because my other ones failed. So I finally got around to trying to tweak the mic. So hopefully we're at a good balance here and you guys enjoy this particular tone. We were in my house in New York, like watching it, the 42-year-old said, and then all of a sudden I paused and I was like, what the F-K is that? I swear to God, it sounds insane. That's quite an interesting exclamation there. Excuse me. Clarkson added that even her close circle of friends and colleagues hadn't noticed her weight gain, saying, I looked at my manager and she was like, I'm kind of as shocked as you. I think it's because your people are with you the whole time, so it's gradual and you don't even realize. And that's correct. It is a very gradual thing, because I can remember in my 20s, I'd always been athletic, I'd always been fit until about 25, and all of a sudden I started putting on weight. And then a colleague of mine that I worked with finally said, hey dude, have you really realized that you put on all this weight? And ironically enough, despite the fact that I was putting on the weight and having to buy new clothes, it just never occurred to me that I was putting on this weight. Now, I have dropped that weight, I think at least 2 different times. I've lost as much as 36 pounds 2 different times. So I was able to get down to a very manageable, healthy weight. And the reason I wanted to mention it too, because of course the story is on Ozempic. But I started walking again. I've been hitting the treadmill and so forth. And I was going to show you a blood pressure reading here, but I didn't have the picture available. But it makes a big difference when you can at least do a little bit of exercise. And I noticed it's great also for the mind, for my mind, and allowing me to sleep better when I can exercise and stretch and so forth and so on. But I do my treadmill, and then I alternate between push-ups and isometric squats every other day, that sort of thing. I do it 5 days a week. And even just 20 minutes on the treadmill. I mean, it's just amazing the difference in how I feel, how I sleep, how I perform. Ozempic for weight loss. Does it work, and what do experts recommend? About 42% of American adults are obese, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. For years, people have been trying all sorts of methods and medications in search of the perfect weight loss solution. And here's what's so ironic, is that when I was making these videos on green coffee bean and raspberry ketones and this sort of thing, the channel, I mean, the views and the metrics were absolutely off the charts. It's amazing, because I remember hearing Tim Pool talk about this one time. We were talking about, for example, people gaining wealth and how they can gain wealth in certain particular ways. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of competition out there. But one of the guys just said, hey, if you could just come up with, just write a small book, a small pamphlet type book that you could put on Amazon, or you could talk about on social media, or even on Facebook, like a little pamphlet book on Facebook on weight loss, and you just update it by, what's currently going on and so forth. And then even dating, so weight loss and dating. And he goes, you'd make a fortune. And and to an extent, I have to agree, because when I was doing videos on the ketones and green coffee bean, wow, I was blown away by the views and the metrics. So Ozempic is a new drug known generically as semaglutide. I suppose it has approved in 2017. Now, I've never taken like a drug or a medication or anything for weight loss. I typically just work out, try to eat as best as I can. And when I did lose the 36 pounds most recently, that was when I had a GI issue. So I did watch what I ate. And of course, I had a GI issue, which in itself was rather frightening. And so I wanted to make sure that I got better, and had an MRI done and these sorts of things. So it was not serious. So thank God that it ended up not being as serious as we see in many stories from celebrities, from people who have colon cancer and these sorts of things. So I'm very blessed. I was very grateful that it was just something rather simple. Well, I say simple, but it was very uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable for an entire month. And then once I had the MRI done and I realized what was going on and what it was, I felt much better. I felt very relieved, of course, that it wasn't anything serious. And so it took about 6 months to really get back to more of a normal routine, as it were, GI issue-wise and so forth. So I don't want to go into any harsh details here. But amazing. But exercise, yeah, I've been hitting the treadmill 5 days a week, at least minimum 20 minutes of workout. And then again, like I said, alternating between push-ups and isometric squats. And it's made a big difference. And I haven't stepped on a scale or looked at anything to kind of see like how much weight loss I've had. But I know when I wear certain clothes, some of them are fitting better now. That's kind of one of the ways I measure it. I have these pants that are 511s. They're khaki cargo style for carrying concealed carry. And I put those on, and if I can't snap the button on that, when I used to be able to wear a belt and conceal a weapon, which means about 3 to 3.5 inches of space, and I can't button that, I know it's time to hit that treadmill and stop the snacking. But anyway, I just wanted to just kind of mention that because Kelly Clarkson was super trending right now on Ozempic. You guys have to let me know down in a comment if you used any type of products or even Ozempic for weight loss, and whether or not it's worked for you or something that you do, or maybe you want to share a little routine or something that you enjoy doing. But nonetheless, guys, it's something that I wanted to share with you because I thought it was interesting. And yeah, exercise is definitely a good thing. If you can get out there and at least do a little bit of walking every day, 20 minutes, a little bit of walking every single day, and take, 2 days off, whatever ones you want. I usually take the weekends off. But yeah, so that's what I have for you guys. I want to thank all of you across New Tech as well as here on YouTube for your guys' continued support. And, of course, appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon you guys can click on to subscribe to the channel, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.